Hey, it's Renata from Life Manifestations. This is a video for the school community introducing a new system that I've set up for creating counter trends whenever you're feeling blocked. I work with Chi Cards, organ-powered manifestation tools, and trend energy systems inspired by the work of my father, Carl Hans Welch, the inventor of the organ generator. This is based on his will of success, which is found in the manual, in the manual, but it's an updated version. It's especially useful if you use Chi Cards, the AOD 48 filter pack, Manifestation Ultimate Pro, the basic manifestation program, any kind of intention-based trend setup, um, and or any of the Chi generators, any of the organ generators. The purpose is simple. Instead of only asking what do I want, we ask what part of the manifestation needs support. The one question changes everything. A lot of people approach manifestation as if the only thing that matters is desire. They think, I want this, I affirm this, I visualize this, so it should happen. But in actual trend work, there are more pieces involved. You need a clear intention, you need enough life energy behind the operation, you need a clear target, you need a clear trend, and you need to look at the conditions around the goal. Because sometimes the issue is not that you don't want it enough. Sometimes the issue is that the goal is too vague, the target is unclear, the action is missing, the environment is unsupportive, the subconscious is resisting, the timing's not right, or the situation itself has been misread. This is where the will of success, manifestation success wheel comes in. The manifestation success wheel is a diagnostic tool. It helps you look at the whole field around your goal. In the center of the wheel is the core intention. This is a thing you want to manifest. For example, I want to grow my business. I want to increase steady income. I want to feel confident being visible. I want to attract aligned opportunities. I want to move through a block around love. I want to create consistent momentum with my creative work. The center has to be clear, not complicated, not perfect, just clear. A vague intention creates a vague trend. So instead of saying I want things to get better, you might say I want steady business growth through clearer offers, consistent visibility, and aligned customers, which gives the trend something to work with. Next, around the core intention, you have the three essentials, and the first essential is life force. It's a manifestation of being energized. This is where the Chi card comes in. The Chi card acts as a structural link connected to organ generators at a distance. It gives you a way to bring life energy support into the setup without needing to physically have a generator in front of you. But if you have a generator, you can use your generator for the life force, obviously. So you ask, is the intention being supported consistently? Am I working with the Chi card intentionally? Am I giving the trend enough attention and energy, or did I set it up once and then abandon it? A manifestation current needs life, it needs movement, it needs a living current behind it. The essential two is the target link. The target, what exactly is the target? This matters because the target is where the trend is being directed. The target could be you or your business, your website, a product, a project, a room, a sales page, a relationship pattern, a specific goal, or a situation you're trying to shift. If the target is vague, the operation can become scattered. So instead of saying I want more success, you might define the target as my life manifestations business, my stand store, my YouTube channel, my ability to post consistently, my relationship with money, my creative discipline. That is cleaner and gives operation a place to land. Essential 3 is a trend link. This is the movement you want to create. The trend is not just the goal, it's the quality, direction, or current you're asking the energy to support. Examples of trends: confidence, visibility, action, money flow, harmony, clarity, groundedness, attraction, communication, creative momentum, protection, opportunity, consistency. So if your goal is business growth, the trend might be clear visibility and steady income flow. If your goal is love, the trend might be emotional openness, harmony, and aligned partnership. If your goal is creative work, the trend might be focused inspiration and consistent completion. The target tells the energy where to go. The trend tells it what movement to support. Then there's 7 success factors, which is the outer wheel. Each one helps understand where a manifestation may be strong, weak, blocked, or unsupported. So we're going to start here with availability. The first factor is availability. You ask, is this goal actually available? This is not meant to discourage you. It's meant to make the goal smarter. For example, trying to force one very specific person, one exact outcome, or one extremely narrow result can create unnecessary resistance. Sometimes it's better to open the trend. Instead of I must get this one exact client, you could work with I attract aligned clients who value my work and are ready to purchase. Availability ask, is there room for this to happen? And if the answer is low, widen the doorway. The second is situation reality. Am I seeing the situation clearly? Sometimes we want to make everything spiritual or energetic when the situation itself needs a practical adjustment. Maybe the offer is unclear. Maybe the sales page needs work. Maybe the person's unavailable. Maybe the timing is poor. Maybe the market is not responding to the way the message is being presented. This part of the wheel asks us to tell the truth, not in a harsh way, in a useful way, because once you see the situation clearly, you can adjust the trend intelligently. Factor 3 is capability. Do I have the skills, structure, or readiness to hold the result? If I want more customers, do I have a clear offer? If I want visibility, am I willing to post, speak, email, or show up? If I want money flow, do I have a way for money to come in? If I want a new career, am I developing the skills for it? Manifestation does not replace capability. It can support capability. So if this section scores low, the operation may need to focus on learning, discipline, confidence, consistency, skill building, and practical readiness. This is where a lot of people miss the mark. They try to manifest the final result when the first trend should be readiness. Number 4 is personal attitude. This is the conscious part of the block. Do I believe this can happen? Do I feel worthy of it? Am I expecting failure? Am I conflicted about receiving it? Am I secretly afraid of what happens if it works? For example, someone may say they want more visibility, but also think, what if people judge me? What if I look foolish? What if I succeed and then have to keep going? That conscious hesitation matters. It doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. It simply shows where support is needed. The counter trend might be calm confidence, safe visibility, steady self-trust, and grounded receiving. Factor 5 is subconscious blocks. This goes deeper. It's old beliefs, fears, memories, patterns, or emotional agreements running below the surface. A person may consciously want money, but subconsciously associate money with pressure, guilt, conflict, or danger. A person may consciously want love, but subconsciously expect abandonment or rejection. A person may consciously want success, but subconsciously fear being seen, criticized, or responsible. That part of the wheel asks, what hidden belief might be protecting me from the very thing I say I want? This is a powerful question because sometimes the block's not trying to destroy you. Sometimes it's trying to protect you based on an old pattern. So the work becomes, how do I create safer, clearer, more aligned trend? Number 6 is environmental interference. This includes people, workspace, habits, daily routines, distractions, emotional atmosphere, social pressure, criticism, clutter, digital noise. If I want to creative focus but my workspace is chaotic, that matters. If I want confidence but I'm surrounded by people who constantly undermine me, that matters. If I want business growth but my daily routine has no space for business action, that matters. This is also where the idea of trend environment becomes important. The trend does not exist in isolation. It has an atmosphere around it. Sometimes the manifestation does not need more force, it needs a better environment. The trend, climate, and timing is this the right phase for the manifestation? Sometimes the answer is not no. Sometimes it's prepare first, clear first, stabilize first, build the structure first, wait for the opening, take smaller steps. For example, if someone wants a major public launch, but the offer is unclear and the confidence is low, the first trend may not be big launch. The first trend may be clarity, preparation, and stable visibility. This factor helps you work with the current instead of against it. This is the basic flow. You diagnose, set it up. This is diagnose, use a success wheel to see where the trend is weak. Choose a Chi card. Part 2 is use the block to flow map to turn the weak point into a counter trend. Choose a Chi card, AOD filters, written intention, and optional frequency support. And then take one grounded action, observe, and then refine the operation. That's the steps. And then this is a page that just demonstrates this parts of the wheel. This is a PDF that I'm giving away on my school community. And I'll put it up on the scan store eventually. But right now you can get it in school community, or you can email me to ask for it. And then this lets you run through and do a set a score. And whichever is the weakest score is what you work on. So here's how you use the wheel. You take your intention and you rate each factor from 1 to 10. 1 means very weak, 10 is strong and supportive. So you would score each part: availability, situation, reality, capability, personal attitude, subconscious blocks, environmental support, and trend, climate, and timing. And the lowest number tells you where to begin. This is important because if your lowest score is capability, but you keep working only on confidence, you may not get the movement you want. If your lowest score is subconscious blocks, but you keep forcing action, you may feel like you're pushing through mud. So the wheel tells you where the weak point is, and then the block to flow map helps you work with it. So this is the block. This is the worksheet, and then this is the block to flow map. Step 1, you name the goal. Write the goal in one clear sentence. Example: I want to grow my business through steady visibility and aligned customers. Step 2, you name the weak area. So you look at your will, which section scored the lowest. Maybe it's personal attitude, subconscious blocks, capability, environment, timing. Write it down. The example: my weakest area is personal attitude and subconscious blocks around visibility. Then you name the block plainly. This is where honesty matters. Do not make it fancy, make it plain. Name the block. Step 3. I want more visibility, but I avoid posting because I expect criticism. Or I want more income, but I feel uncomfortable making offers. Or I want a relationship, but I expect to be rejected. Or I want creative success, but I keep abandoning projects because they are complete before they are complete. Plain language has the power. It cuts through the fog. And then you create a counter trend. You ask, what trend would correct this block? If the block is fear, the counter trend may be calm confidence. If the block is avoidance, the counter trend may be steady action. If the block is confusion, the counter trend may be clarity. If the block is outside pressure, the counter trend may be protection and independence. If the block is scattered energy, the counter trend may be grounding and focus. So the block: I avoid posting because I expect criticism. The counter trend: I create calm confidence, safe visibility, and steady creative action. The counter trend becomes the heart of the operation. Then you can set it up with a similar structure to the manifestation program, which we have. Well, this is a worksheet that lets you work through it. Block to flow worksheet. This is the 5-part operation template that's based on the 5 parts of the manifestation program. So 5 position style, you think of it in terms of main target, the trend, the basic action, trend, environment, alternate target. The main target is the main person, project, goal, or situation. Example: my business visibility. The trend is the main energetic direction. Example: clear visibility, aligned audience, connection, and steady growth. Basic action is practical movement. Post 1 clear offer or video today. This part is important because manifestation works better when there's a bridge into the physical world. The trend environment is the atmosphere around the goal. A supportive, focused, distraction-free environment for consistent visibility. The alternate target: for the system, you use alternate target as grounding and protection against repercussion. This means it helps stabilize the operation, supports balance, grounding, and protection from unwanted backlash, overextension, scattered energy, or negative side effects. So then you bring in the AOD 48 pack, and the filters become support currents. You don't have to use too many. You start simply. You choose 1 filter for the main block, then 1 or 2 for the counter trend. For example, if the block is visibility, you might choose filters that support clearing resistance, confidence, communication. I have to have the communication, success, action, protection, or grounding. If the block is money flow, you might choose filters that support abundance, pragmatism, business success, confidence, opportunity, or clearing limitations. If the block is love, you might choose filters that support harmony, openness, self-worth, emotional balance, attraction, or protection. The point is not to throw everything in the setup, it's to match the filter to the actual weak point. That's what makes the system useful. So let's walk through an example. The goal is: I want more steady income from digital products. So you would score the will. Availability is 8. The income's possible. Situation, reality, 6. Maybe the offer and messaging need to be clear. Capability, 7. I can create and promote, but I need consistency. Personal attitudes, 5. There's some hesitation around selling. Subconscious blocks is 4. There may be fear around being visible and receiving money. Environmental support, 6. The workspace and schedule could be better. Trend, climate, and timing 7. The timing feels workable. The lowest score is subconscious blocks. So you'd go to the block to flow map, and the block is I want more income, but part of me feels unsafe being visible and directly offering products. The counter trend would be I allow safe visibility, confident receiving, and steady business growth, and then you set up the operation. The main target would be my digital product income. The trend, confident visibility, aligned customers, and steady sales. The basic action would be to share one clear offer today. And the trend environment would be a supportive environment for consistent content offers and customer connection. The alternate target is grounding and protection against repercussion as the income trend expands. Then I would choose AOD 48 filters that match the operation. One for clearing resistance, one for confidence, one for business or opportunity, and one for grounding or protection. And then you place the Chi card with the intention and the selected filters, and then take the basic action. I don't wait for the universe to do everything. I move with the trend. After running the setup, you come back and review it. Ask, did anything shift? Did I feel clear? Did I take action? Did resistance come up? Did a new block appear? Did an opportunity open? Did the trend need more grounding? Did I choose too many filters? Does the setup need to move from clearing into activation? This is where the system becomes alive. It's not just set it and forget it. It's observe, adjust, refine, continue. This is what makes it a real trend management process. This is a quick reference page for block types and counter trends. And then notes, a page for notes and reviews. It says closing reminder, diagnose, set the trend, support the field, take action, observe, adjust. So here's a system in its simplest form. The manifestation success wheel helps you find where the trend is weak. The block to flow map helps you turn that weak point into a clear counter trend. The Chi card gives you life energy, the life energy link and support. The AOD 48 pack gives you focused trend filters. The basic action grounds the whole thing into the physical world. It creates a bridge between intention, energy, structure, and action. You're not just hoping. You're reading the field. You're identifying the weak point. You're setting the trend. You're supporting it, and then you're moving with it. This is the difference between vague manifestation and conscious trend work. If you want to try this, start with one goal. Do not make it too complicated. Choose one intention, score the wheel, find the lowest area, create your counter trend, set it up with your Chi card and AOD 48 filters, and take one grounded action. You can also join the Life Manifestation School community, where I share tools, examples, and practical ways to work with Chi cards, manifestation programs, and trend energy. I'll put the link below. Thanks for watching.